Hello, good morning children. Welcome back to today's online session of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. Children, today we will discuss a new chapter from your accountancy, chapter 11, that is Special Purpose Book, Part 2. Other books. In Special Purpose Books, Part 1, we have discussed about the cash book, in which we saw single cash book, double cash book. We saw the preparation of petty cash book, isn't it? Today we will discuss about some other books. So, subsidiary books, which is also known as special purpose books or special journals or books of original entry. So, this special purpose book is known by all of these names. You have to remember these names. Okay. These are subdivided into two main parts. The first part is subsidiary books, or which is also known as special journals, and the second part is journal proper. In subsidiary books, again we classified into 5 different categories. The first one is cash book, second one purchase book, third one is sales book, then we have purchase return book, and next is the sales return book. Out of this 5 classification, we have already studied the cash book in our previous chapter. Okay. Today we will discuss about the purchase book and sales book. So let us start our session with purchase book. So purchases book, which is also known as purchases journal. Let us see what is special about this book. Purchases book is a subsidiary book in which credit purchases of goods are recorded. So see children, in purchase book we record only the credit purchase of goods. Cash purchase of goods and purchase of non-goods like fixed assets are not recorded in purchase book. This is a very important point to be remembered related to purchase book. The first thing is you record only the credit purchase in the purchase book. Second thing is you are not supposed to record the cash purchases of goods in the purchase book. And the third important thing which you have to remember is you should not record any purchase of fixed asset in this purchase book. So if you are purchasing any fixed asset, you will not record it in the purchase book. Okay. So these 3 important concepts you have to know about the purchase book. Now, next point, the entries in the purchase book are recorded on the basis of invoice received from the supplier or seller of the goods with the net amount after trade discount. So, when we purchase any goods from the seller or the supplier, he will issue the invoice. Okay, so when we receive the invoice, on that basis, on the basis of source document which is known as invoices, on that basis we make the entries in the purchase book. So you should know that on what basis the entries are made in the purchase book. So your answer should be on the basis of invoice received from the supplier. Okay, after deducting the trade discount allowed to us, the net amount will be shown in this invoice. Okay children. So this was about the purchase book. Now let us see what is the format of a purchase book or for purchase journal. So see children, in purchase book we don't have debit or credit column like we prepare in ledger account. Ledger or purchase account, in our previous class we have studied about ledger, preparation of ledger, isn't it? We have studied how to prepare purchase account also. So in that purchase account we know that we have debit side and credit side. But what is the speciality of purchase book is, it is not at all like a ledger. We don't have debit or credit side in this purchase book. Okay, so just see the format of purchase book. We have a date column, particulars, invoice number, ledger folio, details, cost, freight and cartage expenses, etc. Then total. Okay, children. So in some of the problems you may find that cost or freight and cartage expenses not given to you as a format. So if in the question this freight and cartage expenses is not provided, then you can skip this column. Okay, you can skip the column for cost and freight. Okay, so as per the question you can decide whether to have the freight and cartage column or not. Now let us do one problem related to purchase book. From the following information of Messrs. Narain and Company, Delhi, prepare the purchases book for the month of February 2020. So here in front of you are given some transaction, and on that transaction basis you have to prepare a purchase book. Okay, children. So when you prepare a solution for this problem, the topmost part what you have to write is the name of the company. So in the books of Messrs. Narain and Company, Delhi, what are you preparing? You are preparing a purchase book. They are asking you to prepare purchase book. So that should be written over here, purchase book. And at the top, what is the name of your company? That should be written. Okay. Now prepare a box. In that box you will write date, particulars, invoice number, ledger folio, detail and amount. You can see here freight and cost, that two columns are missing because in this question we don't have an item related to freight or cartage expenses. If it is there, then you can provide it. Okay. Now let us see the transaction one by one. On February 1, purchase from Messrs. Brown and Company, Kolkata. What you purchased from Brown and Company? You have purchased 5 gross pencil at the rate of rupees 1200 per gross, and you purchased 2 dozen register at the rate of rupees 500 per register, or per dozen, sorry, less trade discount at the rate of 10%. So this is your first transaction. This is the credit transaction related to purchase you made from Brown and Company. Okay, so it was this transaction have taken place on February 1. So in date you can write 2020 February 1. You are purchasing from Messrs. Brown and Company, Kolkata. So children, you are recording the credit purchase of the items. So you have purchased goods from Brown and Company, Kolkata. You wrote that. What are the items you are purchasing from them? 5 gross pencil at the rate 1200 per gross. So as it is given in the question dicto, you copy it in this particular column. Okay, 2 dozen register at the rate 500 per dozen. Multiply this 5 into 1200, you will get amount 6000. You put it in the detail column, and 2, that is 2 dozen register into 500, you have to put it in at the amount of 1000 rupees, you will put in detail column. Now add this amount 6000 and 1000. When you add, you will get 7000. What next? They have mentioned that this person, this supplier, they have given you trade discount on the total amount, total payment amount, that is 7000 is the amount you are supposed to pay to Mrs. Brown and Company. They have allowed you a discount of 10%. So on this 7000, if you calculate 10% discount, 7000 into 10 divided by 100, you will get 700. Okay, so less trade discount 700. When you subtract 7000 with 700, you will get an amount of 6300 in the amount column. Right? Now next is February 4. Purchase from the paper company, Delhi. So write down here February 4, the paper company, Delhi. Just below that, what are the items you purchase? Separately you write down here 8 reams of white paper at the rate 500 per ream. It is given in the question, okay, as it is copied over particulars. Then 10 reams of ruled paper you have purchased for 600 per ream. So after writing here, just put the amount, that is 8 into 500, you will get 4000, that you put it in detail column. Then 10 into 600, you will get 6000, put it in the detail column. Add this together, you will get 10,000 as the amount for your purchase made from the paper company limited. then less trade discount of 10%. 10,000 into 10%, you will get 1,000. So 10,000 less 1,000, you will get 9,000. That is the total amount you have to put in the amount column, right? Next transaction is on February 5. Purchase 8 Reynolds pens at the rate 5 each from Mrs. Verma Brothers, Delhi. See children, only one item is there. Okay, so it is a credit. See, it is not mentioned that it is a cash transaction, and the name of the company is also given to you. So you can understand from this it is a credit transaction. We have to record it in the purchase book. So February 5, Mrs. Verma Brothers, Delhi, 80 Reynolds pen at the rate of rupees 5 per pen. So 80 into 5. You will not record it in detail column because only one item is there. If more than one item, then you can specify it in the detail column, and the total of that you can put in the amount column. But because only one transaction took place with Verma Brothers, you can write the amount in the outer column with an amount column itself. Now next what? Make total of all the 3 items of credit purchases. So when you make all the 3 items, add 3 items together, you will get 15,700. And when are you doing this? At the end of the month of February. The last date of February is 29. Okay, so February 29, purchases account. So children, here is the February 29 purchase account debited 15,700. This amount will go to purchase account. Okay, so this is purchase book in which you are recording only the credit purchases. From this book, whatever answer you will get, that is 15,700, you will show it in the purchase account. Okay, so this is what purchase book is all about. Now here is the difference between purchase book and purchase account. Purchase book, it's a part of a journal, but purchase account, it's a part of a ledger. Okay, now a purchase book, it is like in ledger account, it does not have a debit or credit column. But in purchase account, you know that when you prepare an account, you have a debit and credit column in that. But purchase book don't have that debit and credit sides or column. Now what is the content of the purchase book? Only credit purchases of goods dealt in or consumed for production are recorded. So only the credit purchases are recorded in purchase book. But in purchase account, we record both credit as well as cash purchase of goods. What about amount? Total of purchase book is posted to the purchase account. So whatever amount of total amount you got in purchase book, that you will show in purchase account. And regarding purchase account, the total or balance of purchase account will be shown in the trading account, that we will study in the next class, that is trading account. Okay, so in the balance of purchase account will be shown in the trading account. So this is the difference between purchase book and purchase account.